6 years ago, I entered this business. 6 years ago, I found the one thing in my life that made everything right. This business right here, professional wrestling. Six years later, 86 world titles later, countless main events later, I sit here with the thought of retirement. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not one to contemplate retirement. This isn't just something that I've been wanting to say. This is something that I've needed to say, needed to do. You know, I guess some things were said, some feelings were hurt. I've never been one to really back down from a war, but I damn sure wasn't gonna lose the one thing that meant something to me because of a war. But I also didn't know that standing up for what you believed in was such a crime. I stood up to somebody that everybody talked down on, everybody talked crap about. I stood up, I fired back, then I became the bad guy. I became the enemy. I guess it's like the saying goes, you either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I guess to some people, like Alex Fame, I've became the villain. It's real funny that I'm the villain when I'm the guy who watched as everybody told everybody else that they would never make it. And I made sure they made it. But when they make it, and when they do, they turn their back, they spit in your face. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I've been a saint, because I haven't. No one has. I've been just as guilty as anybody else. But don't take this lighthearted when I say I love this business, because I love this business. I am pro wrestling. For years, I was just some guy that was living in this world till I found professional wrestling. I remember watching it when I was a little kid. For 3 hours, everything in my life was perfect. Now, it seems that I've become a cancer. And maybe it's time for Daddy Zero to pack his bags and take his ball and go home. Maybe it's time for me to finally walk away. Maybe it's time to retire. Maybe it's time to retire. Or maybe it's time to open my eyes, wake up, and be the monster you all created. I listened for months as everybody ran VTech down, and I told myself I was going to be the guy to stand up and fight. When I stood up and I fought, I watched as all those people that said that they had bites of pit bulls have the bite of a chihuahua. Had a real loud bark, but no bite. I was the guy that was silent and watched it all go down, and when I finally blew up like a ticking time bomb, I became the bad guy. Good. I want to be the bad guy. I need to be the bad guy because I was the catalyst for change in EWC. I was the guy that knocked Curtis Strong off the pedestal. I was the guy to look Josh Knight dead in his face and say, "You can suck my dick." So I'm gonna sit right here tonight, and I'm gonna tell each and every person that told themselves thank God when they heard that I was gonna retire. My time isn't up. My time's just getting started. For my fans and for my followers, thank you. For my family and for my friends, thank you. For my competition, this is the beginning of the end. This is my return. Daddy's not going anywhere.